Windows noises. I'm glad we had a detective game on before this live stream, as I'm kind of curious as to what's going on suddenly for Train Sim World 4. Welcome back. Good to see you all here. Yeah, Train Sim World 4 is now out today, and we took a little previous look at this game via live stream. We took a look at the Flying Scotsman on the channel, and then also another train line for the Metro Link that has you race along the I forget exactly what it's called, the reservoir or whatnot, to make a movie. Just before the start of the stream, just as I was starting the stream, I actually walked out to make a coffee real quick, and when I came back, I noticed the game was doing a big O update of 129 gigabytes. I already had this game installed, ready to go for the stream, but now it's downloading another 129 gigabytes worth of content, and I don't know. The game came out, and people have been playing it, and now it's like dropped either what seems to be either an update or like new content or something like that. Welcome back. Good to see you all here. Train Sim 4 out today has the base game and about $2,013.19 worth of DLC. And it's got me confused because the last few times that we played this, I was wondering how it would work if you were a big fan of, well, you know, if you're a big fan of train simulators, you know, you probably do invest quite a bit of money both in IRL layouts and or games, because they do a pretty good job of detailing all sorts of different trains and cars. If you play Microsoft Flight Sim, for example, it's the same with planes. There's highly detailed interiors of planes of all different magnitude and time periods, and some of which allow you to be a passenger or whatnot, and they do a good job. They're worth hundreds of dollars because independent mod makers can really put a lot of work into those types of things. But this, Train Sim World 4, is the fourth iteration by Dovetail Games for this game. And I was doing a little bit of research earlier today, and as I remembered correctly, Train Sim World came out in 2018. But now it's called Train Sim World 20. So for about a period of about 2 years, Train Sim World was out. They added a bunch of DLC to it, a bunch of extra content, and then they went on to make Train Sim World 2. And then they went on to make Train Sim World 3. And then they went on to make Train Sim World 4. Now, when we go to the store page for Train Sim World 4, interestingly enough, this game has, like I mentioned, like $1,000 worth of DLC. I don't think it'll take it that long to actually download this one, but let's jump back here. So what's interesting here is Train Sim World 4 has available content that's also available for Train Sim World 3. So it does show Train Sim World 3, but the title of it is called Train Sim World 4 Compatible, and then whatever the name of it is, like this one being the Boston Providence Route add-on. Now what's interesting here is I don't think if you own the previous version of this, like for Train Sim World 3, it'll carry over to 4. Now, I was under the impression that if you bought it for 3, a lot of this stuff would be available for 4 and playable within 4, so that way you didn't have to have multiple games installed, or if you bought it previously, you wouldn't have to buy it again. Now, one of my favorite DLCs for Train Sim World 3 was the Clinchfield Railroad, which was primarily like a, I don't know, 60s and 70s trains, at least that's the era they were going for, transporting coal up and down I think somewhere in Pennsylvania. Regardless, I really liked the ability to load up with the coal, bring it to where it needed to go. You were along a lot of like narrow creeks and some beautiful bridges and such, and just a gorgeous country to travel along. And if we click on this now, it brings me here to where it says Train Sim World 4 is required in order to play, which is interesting because the art before we clicked on this said 3. And I own this for 3, but it just came out today. So I'm very confused as to how everything works with this game and the previous games now, because this one came out September 26, 2023, which is today, and I think that's what it might be downloading to, is maybe some other previous things for Train Sim World 4. In fact, if we look, and this is important because I think this is the biggest thing about these games, is that there's a ton of DLC for them, and I already had all this stuff like downloaded and ready to go, and I don't even see anything that's actually worth 100 and something gigabytes that it's downloading now. But here's what the version that the developers gave me comes with. I believe they gave me the deluxe edition, although there is a special edition that might come with a few more things, including the we do have the version that comes with the Flying Scotsman. But yeah, with the 2K price tag, content cover the whole series. No, and in fact, if we go to, this is how I know how much this costs, is if we go to the DLC page for this game, if we look all the way at the bottom of all the DLCs for this one, these are all the currently available DLCs, which is weird because this one here says Train Sim World 2, but this one here says like Train Sim World like 3. So I am not exactly sure how the hell they connect with each other or how they're compatible. Like, I would love to do Train Sim World 4 Bakerloo Line, which is in Train Sim World 2, but it's also in 4. I don't. It's very confusing. But you know, it's like, okay, if this is the Bakerloo Line that works in Train Sim World 2, does this also work with Train Sim World 3? Because it shows Train Sim World 2 logo at the top, and it says here Train Sim World 4. It's so confusing as to how the hell everything works. But if we scroll to the bottom here, I guess it doesn't list the price, but if we look at the store page, it probably will. If we go to Train Sim World 4 store page, and if we go down to the DLCs, here's where the whopping price of... Oh, the price just went up. In the time that I started this stream, we've titled this one $2,013.19. It is now a whopping $2,133.16. So never mind, misleading title, chat. Sorry to mislead you. Let me go ahead and correct that one, and we'll probably live update the price as we go on. Now, I'm assuming what's happening here is that they're not increasing the price of anything. I think they're just adding more stuff to this list in terms of compatibility. So what might be happening is they're making or taking previous versions or previous DLCs and making it work for this. Now, this would be fine. This is okay. If Train Sim World 4 is a new version of the game, and if it plays some of the old DLC, that's totally fine. It would be like if you were playing a new Forza game, or if you were playing a new Gran Turismo, and there was some sort of way to play like previous cars or whatnot. They did the same for Train Sim World 3. They forced you to buy Train Sim 4 to buy Train Sim World 3 compatible even if you own it, but it's difficult to buy for 3. Yeah, see, what's weird is that, all right, let's look at something here, right? So I already own... Let's go back to that Clinchfield DLC, because I really like that one. The transporting coal's like my jam. I really want to do that. So if we look here... Oh. So if we look at Clinchfield here... this is Train Sim World 4 compatible Clinchfield Railroad Elkhorn Dante Route add-on for $29.99. Now this came out today. It's Train Sim 4 compatible, but it shows Train Sim World 2. Okay, but I already own this, because if I go to Train Sim World 2, and if I go to DLC... Or actually, rather than that, let's just type in Clinchfield, right? Or, well, hold on. It's not listed at the moment. But let's just go to the Steam store page and type in Clinchfield. Boom, I already own this. So this, from April 8th, 2021, I already own. Like, it's in library, right here in green. So why the hell are this is priced at $29.99. So if I want to play this, I have to play this on Train Sim World 2? But I don't know, do I have an option to play this on Train Sim World 3? Because if we type this in, how many versions of this DLC are there? There's the Train Sim World 2 version that I own. There's the Train Sim 4 version of the 2 map. And then there's another version that's Train Sim... Are you kidding? This one... What? Okay, so there's a version that works for Train Sim World 2 only. Then there's a version that works for Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 3. Then there's another version that works for Train Sim World 4. Are you kidding? How can it not just be buy one version of this DLC and then own it for all future games? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's one thing... If you bought this DLC back in Train Sim World 2 for $29.99, and then you bought Train Sim World 3, and now you have Train Sim World 4, I feel like you should just automatically get that, right? East Kentucky Rail fan says you can play it on Train Sim World 3 and 4. Okay. So then how do I do that, right? If I go to Train Sim World 4 and go to DLC, or rather, if I go to Train Sim World 4 and go to Manage DLC, how do I... Like, how do I activate that? Like, it's not listed. Otherwise, you got to buy it like 3 times, or at least that's just what's confusing to me, and probably could be confusing to a lot of people who might be wanting to get into Train Sim World 4 for the first time. Oh, it looks like the DLC or the game is also done downloading. That was good. Okay. Huh. When you start the game, it'll all be there, hopefully. Well, not necessarily, because like it shows, like currently. I don't know if it'll tell you the full size. So 36 gigabytes of this has been installed. Look on the game, it should be in your routes. I don't know. Okay, well maybe because the game just did have a big update, so maybe somehow it included those, but I kind of have my doubts. All right. But I could see why they do it that way. Wait. Hold on. That was weird. It told me I didn't have enough space to update Train Sim World 4. That was weird. It told me I didn't have enough space to update it, but it like literally updated forever. Sounds scammy. Yeah, I think I don't think it's as scammy as I'm just confused. By the way, enjoy the cyberpunk music dropping right now as we try to figure things out. My interest here is just that in order to know what I have access to that because some of this stuff is worth playing again and again, even though it's old content for older versions of Train Sim World. It's still like a new. You know, it's like your favorite meal, but on like new, like, you know, cooking something that you always cook, but you bought a new grill. That's what it feels like, right? So if we go to choose a route, got nothing. Yeah, I got nothing. But these are the correct routes that come with. These are the newest routes that come with Train Sim World 4. So you got Doncaster, Antelope Valley, Dresden, and then the S-Bahn in Austria. I feel like you know, we have to do like detective work to figure out how to get it to work, because you know, like right now the game is kind of new. I'm going to jump back to Steam. I want to make sure that I've installed this correctly, and/or do I have to make room for this? Let's uninstall some stuff. Because I don't think the developers are necessarily trying to mislead or try to get you to buy it again. My impression is that if you bought it in a previous game, it should be available here. But then how do we do that? I might be wrong. Maybe they do want you to buy it again. But I thought that because some of this stuff is listed here, if you own any of this stuff from before, like isn't there one that's Isle of Man or something? Oh yeah, there it is. Or yeah, Isle of Wight. So the Isle of Wight, we played this one too, although I remember playing it for Train Sim World 3. There's so many things for 2 that like are available for 3. I don't know, man. I really honestly think what they should do is, I see what they were going for. They started Train Sim World, and then they made it Train Sim World 20, and then new technology came out which needed the game to be rebuilt, which probably cost a lot of money, so that's why they created Train Sim World 2. So you have Train Sim World, that became Train Sim World 20. That means they could only make 19 versions of this game before they got to start over. Dovetail's legit, but they don't make it easy to understand all their DLCs. Yeah, I agree. And I don't know how the hell to, like, if I'm, you know, if you're a paying customer who, like me, I want to play some of this old content, how do I play these things, you know? Like, I like Clinchfield. I want to do that. So it's detective mode. I don't know. Here's the available content. Oh, bro, what is this? That's pretty. Do they have my beloved Swiss line? Let me check. I forget how to spell it. But this is very important because now that we're on to the 4th game, there's going to be a lot of people who probably have played some of the previous stuff and would like to play it in the new, would like a new game, but then some of the stuff that they paid for previously without having to have 4 versions of the game installed. Oh, they have it. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. All of what's available for Train Sim World 3 is compatible with Train Sim 4. It should be around 25 gigabytes. Really? But what's interesting is I don't have a way to get them to work with Train Sim World 4. Like, do I have to install Train Sim World 3 and 4? Any New York subway routes? There are New York train routes, yeah, like the Long Island Railroad and some that go up into Harlem. I forget and Trenton and stuff like that. I forget exactly what they're called. But yeah, the way it should work is here. You should right-click on the game, go to DLC, and then you should be able to see everything you can play in Train Sim World 4. I don't know. I am just more and more confused the more and more we have these multiple versions of Train Sim World. And clearly lay out for everybody what's what and what you get with what. But yeah, exactly. How do we get the past purchases to show up? That's the question. Now, if you have Train Sim World 3 and you have a few routes from that you absolutely love and you want to play them in Train Sim World 4, I don't think you should have to have both games installed, and I think that's the intent. And we'll skip that for now. But anyway, if we go to the trains, well, first of all, again, now it kind of pushes you to buy that again. Like, here's our owned content. So what does this mean? Like, if I go to store, it says owned content. How the hell do I get this to work? I guess it actually does list some of this. Okay, it does show other trains that we own. Like, here we go. We got Train Sim World 3 Amtrak train that we own. So how do I play this in the game? How do I play this in Train Sim World 4? I have no idea. It was not available in the drop-down for DLCs, and I can't access it here. So my only thought is that we must have to install Train Sim World 3, then install the DLC for Train Sim World 3, and then we can access it through Train Sim World 4. Do I have an account? Yeah, I'm logged in. Well, I'm logged in. Well, I'm disconnected, but I'm logged in. Kind of. Maybe that'll work. Let's try. Wait a minute. I may have answered my own question just now. Now that we've logged in, it shows completely different photos here now. I should also have multiple profiles. Oh, no, this was 2020. I don't know why it says that. Holy hell, I play this game a lot. yeah, I don't know. So if anybody who figures this out later on, if you're watching this live stream or if you figure it out and know, please do comment down below, because there's just a great amount of confusion, and I think that's going to make people not trust this developer, and I don't want that to be the case because there's been a lot of good stuff. All right, let's go to the trains. Let's go to, I don't know, where should we go? You know what, we haven't done anything under the new 801 LNER. Let's do that. Hot seat. Battle against the effect. Oh, this music's great for this. Feels like we're in a boss battle. Battle against the effects of a scorching heat wave. Navigate around speed restrictions and line side obstructions while you attempt to reach your destination. Think you can take the heat before it's too late? Yeah, that's better. There's an issue with downloading at the moment. Back catalog at the moment. What platform are you on? Well, we're on PC on Steam. And let me tab out just for a moment, because I did notice that the catalog's getting bigger. Oh, wait. My game says it's updating. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Steam was attempting to download this stuff. 156 gigabytes. But then it hit a wall because I ran out of space. Sorry, I had like Cyberpunk and a few other things installed, but those were rather beefy. I'm going to take everything out. And I need that for tonight with the boys. Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead and drive some trains. We'll check back on this in about a half hour, and then we'll see what other things are added. There's just a lot of confusion from everybody. Or mostly me. My confusion is, it's spreading. I'm an alarmist. I'm like, what do we do? How does this work? Anyway, all right, let's do hot seat, and we'll enjoy. Let's immerse ourselves in the trains. Chad, I want to go back to Switzerland. I want to go back to that Swiss line. After we played the Austria line, I want to go back to the, I forget the name of it. Aerosine. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, hot seat. Good afternoon. Today you'll be operating this stopping service down to Peterborough. Due to the ongoing harsh conditions, Emily Turner will be contacting you shortly to update you on the current situation. If you can survive. So now this is an open world survival game. It's not open world or survival at all. It just sounds better. Master key to on. Reverser to neutral. Ah, that's how that works. Headlight to dim. This is cool. This is like, it's building tension. This is what it's like when you ride the train. Somebody jump the turnstile. That's what this music is. Oh yeah, if you're wanting to know this route, this is also the same route that you can control the Flying Scotsman on, and it is really badass. We hit 100 miles per hour on that bad boy, and it took a long time to hit 100 miles per hour, but it was really cool. That's a long route. That was the final warning. Hello, how's it going? I'm sure you're feeling the heat. I just thought I'd update you on the current situation. As a result of the ongoing heat wave, speed restrictions have been put in place, and we have received several reports of Track warping. Oh, dude, are we going to hit warp 9? Dude, we'll be in Peterborough now. Cool, we're in Peterborough now. All right, everybody off. Oh, I guess it doesn't work that way. Please make sure that you and your passengers are staying safe during the journey. Be on the lookout for hazards. I'm sure everything in hand. I thought you should let you know. Anyway, I'll let you on your way. Good luck. Love you. Kiss. Wow, Emily, thank you. That was so kind of her. I appreciate that. That was very nice. No. There we go. Sweet. I wonder if we'll get some sparks from the pantograph. Alright, where's our speedometer? Do a burnout? Yeah, you certainly can get some wheel slippage going if you want to. New member, welcome. The Blast Canvas with 20 months as a bear cub. Thank you very much, dude, for the Big O support. Appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do, all the games you play and stream. Happy to be part of the community. All right. So when we get to the end of this stream, chat, I wanna update the price for this game because it's actually rather fun every Steam sale to find out how much Train Simulator Classic and other games cost. In reality, it's kind of an a la carte thing. Like, you're not... All of these DLCs are somewhat separate. At least the routes are. Sometimes they're in similar areas. Sometimes you get extra trains and things with them, or new trains. But, like, they're not all required. So it's kind of like, you know, it sounds crazy that there'd be thousands of dollars with DLC. On the other hand, it's kind of optional, and... you get what you want, you know? Like, if you're not interested in British trains or American trains at all, then you get the base ones and then never really go back to those. They're there if you want them, but they're not, like... You're not missing out, you know? If you don't want it, you're not missing out. It's not like The Sims, where it's like, oh, dude, you don't want the super mega baby daycare DLC that comes with a car? It's like, well, I don't want the baby stuff. I just want the car. Nope. Gotta buy everything. Yeah, Flight Sim has a lot of crazy expensive mods, too. Where people handcraft a lot of airplanes and other things. Yeah, The Sims does that, where it's like, the Sims DLCs come with like 94% of the crap you don't want, and then one thing that you want. But you wish you could just buy the one thing for $2 rather than the whole pack for $39.99 or whatever. But simulators are expensive. I mean, literally, The Sims is a simulator, and that's what it simulates, is people. Trains, bruh. Awfully loud out there. Cool. Hope that horn honk helps somebody. Yeah, we're about max speed. Yeah, you can ride all the trains as a passenger, at least the passenger trains, yeah. In fact, I think you might be able to set up routes with the freight trains and just kind of like wander around the freight train. Like a supervisor or something. Gotta say though, I must say all of the Train Sim World games have always made me want to then go and play like Transport Fever 2, and then that also makes me want to play more City Skylines, which also makes me want to like play City Skylines 2. So it's like when you're done playing this game, maybe this game will inspire you to go and create certain types of you know, cities organized around high-speed rail or different types of rail routes, which is cool. Let's see. We gotta be cautious with our speed now because of a heat wave. Yeah, multi-layer. Yeah, it's amazing how after you play a little bit of like Flight Sim or Train Sim World, then it inspires you to then go build an actual airport or a train station or a train line or something like that in City Skylines or some other related game. And it makes you think a little outside the box. Out of your normal way of thinking. Nice. But yeah, that's why the games are fun, I guess. Yeah, exactly. You can take all the different stations from this game. Some of the historical stations, sometimes you'll pull up to a station that's either a common design that's somewhat tweaked, or you know, German train stations, French train stations might look somewhat similar, and especially to each other, and then you could either find a mod or something to utilize. But it's really cool how the games, for me at least, all blend together. Where it's like, if I go play American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, then later on I want to see a bunch of semis or something in like City Skylines. You know, build like a big old highway, have some industry, and see some trucks, brother. Hell yeah. Brother, yeah, brother, yeah. Okay, time to start slowing down. Do I think City Skylines 2 will have more various train models? I mean, I think I've seen like a European... Yeah, I think based on how you set your theme in City Skylines, I think it'll have like American, North American, and European, both freight and passenger trains. But I don't know how diverse they get. Whoa, whoa, not that. This train's got a really good brake. Good music, bro. Wait, go via. We're not stopping here. We can go full speed. Yeah, what's up, Paul? Things are good. Actually, wait. If I look at schedule... So we're going to be stopping at Newark Northgate and then Peterborough. Yeah, we're going to cut through the station at 125 miles an hour. Well, maybe. We might have to pull back here in a little bit. I don't think I want to go much faster than this at the moment. Cool. Alright, we're being instructed to stop up here. But why? There we go. Oh, we've been granted green light. I wanted to go through the station at 125 miles an hour. I thought this was America. When are we going to get Japan, dude? 4 games in. Where is the Shinkansen? Where is it? And don't tell me Japan. Can I sound the horn? Chat's got to get to 100 likes before then. That ain't free. Horns in this economy? All right, 17 miles to go. You know, chat, I was, before our streams this morning, I was playing another train-related game known as Last Train Home, which takes place with Czechoslovakian troops after World War I. And they have to go into Russia after, or during the Bolshevik Revolution between the Reds and the Whites, the two armies that fought. And you get to manage a frickin' train in that game, too. And it works a lot like Frostpunk, where you have to manage the train's fuel, food supply, ammunition, and whenever you leave the train to go out on an expedition, you need those types of things too. And some of the expeditions are just, you go to a lake or you go to a little village and just get free stuff. Others are missions that play out a little bit like Men of War Assault Squad or Call to Arms, that kind of thing. Very cool. And we're hitting the hundo. Yeah, you kind of get to participate in the Russian Civil War a little bit, yeah. The goal is to get to Vladivostok and then take a ship all the way home. Interesting timing. That is one long train, baby. That is the Shinkansen almost. Look at that tunnel. Nice. Gotta pull back a little bit. Did they get rid of the HUD that would be on the screen in Train Sim World 3? Oh, you mean the actual speedometer like this? Yeah, let's bring that on. Let's see. Controls, HUD, and gameplay. Let's turn motion blur back on for now. Where do we turn that on at? Or what is that option called? Oh, I see. Player assist default level, expert, standard, beginner. Automatic set manual junctions and coupling. Oh, that doesn't seem to... Yeah, I don't see it, like, jumping out at me. I'm not sure. I would imagine it'd be under HUD and gameplay. Hmm. That's interesting. Oh, maybe here? HUD type, minimal. There, that might be it. Let's go with normal. That might be what we're looking for. Hey, there you go. Alright, so that, for whatever reason, turned off. Let me scoot over so you can see that. I noticed that was missing in the last time we played too, but I thought it was just because we were in a steam train. So it's a little... There is, I think, a different control setup for that. In other words, the HUD is different too. Cool. Hey, what's up, Fly Eagles Fly? Welcome back. Nice. Yeah, this is this HUD is pretty helpful because all the trains are different in how they operate many ways, but this does help to at least keep them somewhat consistent in their in the way that you look to control them. It helps to learn really quickly at how to drive a train and then how to look for all the indicators and things like that. In other words, your hotkeys are the same, like W and S for your reverser, A and D for your throttle or braking for most trains. But it gives you a really easy way to learn. But of course, you could turn all this stuff off, so if you're a pro, or you want to give yourself the realistic challenge, it's there. Yeah, it helps to be able to enjoy and chill. Yeah, exactly. And it's a really great way to just quickly get into a train and not have to do the tutorial. I feel like for me at this point I can drive pretty much any train. I'll make mistakes and sometimes fail missions, but I'd rather like fail once or twice and be like, oh, that's how you do that, and then just jump back into the mission. Rather than doing the tutorial, which is fine. Like, the tutorials are fine too. How many likes would it take me to derail the train? 100 members. 100 new members right now. And we can find a way to derail the train. I mean, if I'm going to put lives at risk when I drive like this, then, you know. Sounds good. This train's one that we've never driven before. I'm pretty sure we haven't driven this before in any other game. So this is hot and new. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Does this track have a loop? No, it's it pretty much goes north to south. little eastward. The challenge of this mission is that the speed limit changes dramatically sometimes based on the tracks are starting to warp because of the temperature. But we're coming up on our first stop here, so it's time to start braking. At the 10 months, brah. Thanks for the great content, Raptor. Not long until the 12 months comes along. And you know what 12 months means, chat? That's 1 year. Damn. Rod's been a member for almost 1 year. That'll be, what? October? November. No, November. November of last year, really. For some people, they're here so often and they're just like always chilling in the chat that it's like, oh, Rod must have been here for like 3 years. Nope, turns out a year. That's cool. I like that when people are here so often. It's like, you know, T-Bone in the chat. It's like 2 years, 3 years. Like someone's like, no, I was here only yesterday. It's like, oh, well, thanks for being a member. It's like, yeah, yesterday was my first day on the channel. Like, oh, well, welcome back. This train is wonderful. Very good breakage on this one. Not too bad. Sometimes the hardest trains to drive are the ones that respond the best. Because you like you overdo it on every aspect. You like over brake, you over accelerate. The trains are just that good. Not bad. Not bad for a first try. Is there a train called the Ice? I don't know if the German route has the Intercity Express. But it's a German train. I know there's one called like the Rainbow Route or something like that. I'm not as familiar with that, but there is, that has been a thing in this game series before. Looks like we're clear up to 125. All right. I know there's a train route here that goes to Dresden, so we could take a peek at that one. I have not driven on that route yet. But there's so many German trains in this game that I try to avoid them because I feel like 90% of the game is German, but it's not. That's just what I feel like it is. All right, 13 miles to Grantham Platform 1. Might have to go back to one of the Train Sim World 3 DLCs in 4 and see how that works, as that is kind of a feature of the game series, to go back to previous DLCs in the previous games and be able to use them in the new one. Which is cool because, yeah, if there's some stuff for Train Sim World 3 or 4 that you like but you want more, there's like always stuff available. That's actually kind of a cool way to do it. Woo! 11. $11 miles to go. Oh, content manager. Gotcha. We're on a scenario right now, so we're on a planned route, but you can make your own via the times table. Pretty cool. I think this game also has dynamic weather still. That's what they introduced in 3. And I think there's a scenario editor now, though I haven't seen how that works yet. Nice countryside, yeah. Is pretty. Yeah, I like driving the coal trains in like the rain. Driving a coal train in a rainstorm is really cool. Although in this game, I'm not sure if you can. It would be nice, and I'm not sure if you could do this, but it would be cool to adjust the weather on the fly as you're driving. You know, to like just visually see it as like what time is it now? About 1:30 p.m. It'd be kind of cool to just snap your fingers and just change it to like a midnight snowstorm, and then suddenly summer, and just adjust things that way. Six miles to go. Four miles to go. Yeah, the Lens Island stream with the lightning strike, that was a good one for sure. You want to see high-speed train service in Australia? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like Oceania would be an interesting place to bring in some new trains. A route from Australia and a route from New Zealand could certainly be interesting. There is that one route. There is a train bridge, I think, in New Zealand where it also is shared with cars. We're going to pull back here, get ready to stop. This should be the end of the line. .5 miles to go. Almost there. Isn't that just the via location, though? Yeah, but we'll probably have to slow down to like 40 or 50 to go through the station. Like we did last time. Alright, looks like we can go a little faster. Member train leaves the station with Barsby with the Barsby with the 5 bomb for the chatty chatters. It begins. Big ass parking lot there. I'm waiting for them to throw some sort of a curveball where we might have to stop. What's up, simulator guy? Welcome aboard. Bruh, high-speed train, we're doing over a hundo. Look at all the beautiful landscapes on either side of the train route, too. Really hope we get this level of detail in City Skylines 2. Which I may have played by now, chat. And spoilers. Kind of. But hey, one of the, still the greatest game that I've ever played even now, for at least how the highways look and trains and things like that. Transport Fever is still a little better, although City Skylines 2 much better for the with the adding of a couple of things are better, like the lane. We've talked about it before when we looked at the first aspect of the game. Highways and road building are better, but I still like a few things that Transport Fever 2 does a little bit more. But I'm pretty sure some people could mod that in, or they could always do a day one patch. In fact, the developers weren't going to have contour lines in the game, apparently, for like seeing elevation. And they were like, yep, you're not going to be able to see contour lines. And then everyone was like, rah, 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 rah. And then they put it back in. It's like, why would you turn that off? They're like, let the player decide whether or not they want to see that when they're building roads. Don't leave it off by default. Peer pressure? Well, it's common sense. It's like your bank being like bought out by another bank and then them being like, yeah, we're not going to tell you what your bank account has in it anymore. We're not going to send you statements anymore. And everyone's like, we think it'd be a pretty good idea for us to know how much money we have in the bank. And then the bank's like, oh, dude, you're right. We just got an achievement called Matching the Mallard. Bro. If we can get the mallard in this game, it'd be amazing. No, there's no Russian trains in the game. It's mostly the United States, Germany, and the UK, but there are trains every once in a while that are like French, Italian, Swiss, Canadian. Cool. Yeah, Scotland. There is Scotland in this. Yep. Well, not particularly in this like base game, but in the Train Sim World series, let's say there is a Scottish train line or route. You wish this was one of those you couldn't pay me to play type of game, unfortunately? You wish this was one of those? Wait, what? What's interesting about this game is it's somewhere between like ATS and Microsoft Flight Sim. Like when you reach cruise control in Flight Sim, it can be a little bit boring, but there are still things to watch out for and do and to plan and to calculate. And it's kind of the same in this game too. Arriving at a station does feel, especially when you're driving a train like this, it feels a lot more like flying a plane where you're getting ready on final approach. and preparing to stop and such. It's a little bit more predictable, but it still feels like you're flying a plane. What's your favorite locomotive so far in Train Sim World? There was something special about hitting that 100 miles an hour in the Flying Scotsman, but the original train, steam train that was in Train Sim World 3 was pretty damn cool too. But I like the Swiss line quite a bit for its landscapes, honestly. You like the car chase in Los Angeles? Yeah, that was pretty cool. I did that as a video, and I was pretty impressed with the fact that something as mundane as the LA train route like that made it a little more interesting. That's spicing it up. When you're on your 4th game and you're trying to keep it fresh, that was a good brainstorming session to make it unique. But you know, I haven't really done cargo in Train Sim World 4 yet. So maybe the next train we'll do, Chad, will haul some cargo. Because I don't think we've done any cargo at all. Not that I can think of. Yeah, there's routes for New York City for sure. Yep. They're from previous DLCs, but they're there. And I do really like those routes. After I went to New York last month, I was definitely looking out for, yeah, the Erosa line. Yes, that one is beautiful. Maybe we'll do that one. But I noticed I was trying to pay attention when I was in New York for any sort of trains that I could drive in Train Sim World. And I need to learn a little bit more about New York trains and the comparison to Train Sim World on where I've been and what I've seen. But I've never been to Grand Central Terminal yet in real life. I'll probably put that on the list. Maybe the next time I go to New York and we go to Williamsburg to go to Peter Luger's, maybe the next thing I'll have the boys do is maybe we'll take a train somewhere in New York. Just to say I did it. Got to do a little bit more trains, though. I've not been on Swedish trains or trams. The Dutch, though. I've been on some Dutch trains and trams. And, of course, Japan. Japan is like... Japan's living in the year 3999 with their trains. I love it. Yeah, the Long Island Railroad is very nice for New York, yep. And there's like the Trenton route. I think that's the one that may go through Harlem. There's a couple for New York, and they're all really cool. Did I take the ICE in the Netherlands? No. It was a local Dutch train that went from Delft to Amsterdam. Yeah, Delft, yeah. We should go past your house on this route? Awesome. Every time that we play Train Sim World, there's literally people in the chat who take this route every day or used to, not this route, but whatever route we happen to be on. People are like, dude, I take that train daily. Dude, I live 4 blocks from that station. Dude, I used to drive this train. Dude, I am the train. It's like, no, you're not the train. Oh, yeah, prove it. I gotta go. The other thing, the coolest thing that ever happened, though, is one of our good friends was from Scotland was literally on whatever Scottish train route that we were driving at the time, and he stopped at the literal station that we were stopping at in the game, got off the train, took a picture of the train at the station, and then got back on the train and sent it to me in the Discord as we were, like, pulling away from the station. It was one of the most, like... we couldn't have planned it. Like, if we tried to plan something like that, would have never happened. He was watching the stream while he was literally on his train on that route. Now, I think maybe we were at different stations when he was stopping, but still, it was pretty special. It's like a one in a million chance that would actually happen. Tomorrow's the next City Skylines 2 episode from the creators and Paradox gameplay with Colossal Order guest. Yep. Yeah, we'll take a look at that too. And I don't know if I can tell you guys when I can show you City Skylines stuff, but I can't for a while. Let's just say that. I don't know if I can tell you when. But, yeah. But again, I've got to say, this game, you know, the whole Train Sim World series, American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, and Flight Simulator, and Transport Fever, and City Skylines are like all... If we could get a mod for City Skylines 2 that literally lets you drive trains, and it looks like something similar to this, where you could literally build the train line through your town and then drive it through your town, and it looks like this... You know, maybe, all right, let's just say 20% it looks like this, because there's no way you're going to get this level of detail of all the, you know, like all the, I don't know, small little details of signs and power lines and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe one day. Are they actively updating your copy, or will it be stuck in time? I don't know. After we're done with this route, I'm going to restart the game and see what Steam may have downloaded. Because there was a lot of confusion for me at the start of this. With what's what, who's who. I think most of it was just it not being fully linked yet through Steam. So we'll see. It's a new rule. You have to honk like that at stations. The king has willed it. Did we ever take the train off any sweet jumps? No, but we should. Wow. Sweet. That seemed to be about an hour, right? Oh, Car for Sale Simulator has a jump randomly in a field. Oh yeah, we played that too. I think my favorite simulator though is My Summer Car. I mean, that's just like... There's something different about that game. Even that game has a train. Bro, trains. Good work. You reached the Peterborough safely and without any further delays. Let's see how you did. I mean, you know, I probably did okay. Come on, Bazoo. Yeah, that was my thing, is that I want there to be a My Summer car for every country. Every country needs a My Summer car. Oh, we got a gold on this one. A little speedy in a couple of areas and a little too slow when I was forgetting about the go via thing, but that's fine. Always can play more. Okay, let's go back to, what about My Garage? I don't know. Any game that tries to simulate My Summer car, I appreciate. Because I think that's a great way to learn about a country. Is what people do with their off time. Okay, let's restart real quick. The game is still telling me not enough free space. You gotta be kidding me. What else? Alright, let me see if I can find out where the biggest culprit is that's taking up my free space. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, I see what it is. It must be... Oh, no. Okay, so it's tied to my rendering files for Adobe. So I don't know if we can delete that. Let me check real quick. Let's pull that out. Let's see if we can make some room. I made it 49 gigabytes worth of room. Okay, let's check this. Maybe we can pick and choose. Oh. Stand by, chatty chatters. Ah, we could delete these. Doing a little live audit on my my C drive, but getting rid of mostly zip files that contain YouTube shorts that Tan and Screech mostly have been editing. Let's see. Train Sim World is one of those games where you do need to make a lot of stuff ready to go. Yeah, peek behind the curtain, yeah. Yeah, a lot of it's just a bunch of zip files and or unzipped files that when I'm done uploading, I usually don't delete until, you know, the PC needs a little breathing room. Okay. I think we made enough space. Okay, let's give it a minute. I'm going to keep deleting some stuff in the background. You know, if I was to ever buy a larger... I don't know about you guys, but if I buy any sort of larger storage, same problem is just going to happen. Like, I could literally have storage space at NASA, and somehow I'd manage to fill that up. They'd be like, dude, you have 7 million terabytes. How did you fill it up in 3 days? Like, I don't know. But sometimes you just got to delete stuff. Sometimes it's a good idea to limit how much stuff you got. Yeah, old City Skylines videos. Damn good music, bro. All right, let's try that. All right, should just be a moment. Trying to clear out a few more things here. Is it time to buy a standalone server for everything? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the nice thing about modern internet at this point is that we can quickly download stuff off of Steam, update-wise and whatnot. Actually, that's probably one of the biggest things, is downloading almost daily updates rather than just like a game that you're gonna want the whole time. Do you know what I am saying? Alright, let's try that one. There's some room. I'm hacking into the mainframe chat. We're playing some Cyberpunk now. Basically clearing boring background files, but whatever. Okay, hopefully I made enough space. Cool. Alright, so we've got 35 minutes on this new thing. 151 gigabytes. I've given myself about 164 to be sure. We'll do another route. We'll take a look at the German ones while we wait for the update to complete and see what else gets thrown in. Actually, we got to stand by on that. Let's see what we're at for speed. 35 minutes. What the hell? Let's take a look at the store page for this game. Let's take a look at that one. 65 mostly positive reviews. Ooh, oh, what? Oh, Austrian. So the special edition is $109. Oh yeah, it comes with that too, the Mediterranean line, which was awesome. I think that's really cool. You have to switch between AC and DC power on that one. Pretty neat. When you go through a train tunnel, you have to switch the power. It's quite cool how it happens. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this one. I've never done this one before. Wow, look at all that exhaust on the side of the train. That must be a... That's a steamy boy right there. Where's this? Pretty. Do I own all of that? Not at the moment. I got the deluxe edition, but not this special edition from the developers. And the special edition seems to come with a few things from the previous game. So there's not a need to have it if you have some of those things from before. Let's go back to that one again. So I have all these. But I should also have this one for Train Sim World 3, I thought. Yeah, I should have this. I just don't think for whatever reason, I didn't get the Northeast Corridor Boston Providence route, which is one that I've definitely been wanting to do. Actually, this DLC would be, yeah, the LGV, that train, yeah, you know, they're all trains. I gotta have them all. They're like Pokemon, you know? You just gotta have them. Full controller support, too. Alright, this is 30 minutes, but I don't think it'll be that long. Take a look, though, at the, other package details. Let's see. Yeah, we've definitely been on this one before. Yeah, the coupling that goes on too. $58-mile route from Marseille, St. Charles to Avignon. Oh, it's only 3.5 gigabytes too. Wow, that's not that much. If YouTube didn't exist, what would you have chosen for a career? Oh, probably something to do with computers and, you know, like data entry and spreadsheets and, I don't know, keeping track of numbers, but definitely would be more interested in simulators and gaming as a hobby regardless. Okay, we looked at that one. Did we take a look at the Providence one, though? Let's take a look at the Northeast Corridor. So this should be a playable DLC on this as well. But it's not new to the Train Sim world, I guess. Train Sim world. Oh, that's cool. Pretty colors in these mornings like that. I appreciate a good morning like this too, where it's like, this could be, you know, 8, 9, 7 a.m. It's hard to tell. And the lighting like that. Yeah, it looks good with the ice and snow up in the windshield. 2K for this. Well, this DLC that we're looking at right here is only $29. The pack was $109, but all the DLC that's available for the current version of Train Sim World 4, actually that could have increased. Let's take a look now. We might have to update it again. Let's take a look. So if we go to Train Sim World 4, we go to the store page. No, actually, we got to go to... Yep. So the current version of the game... The collector's edition was like $109 that we were just looking at. Some of the specific DLCs. Grand total for everything is... Wow, it changed again. $2,173 and 15 cents. So $2,173.15 for all these DLCs. Essentially like a flight to Europe and back. You can almost go there and like ride one of these trains and come home. That looks good. Man, I'm seeing a lot more of these like beautiful like purple sunrise screenshots. This is the one we took for this video for today. Big money, yeah. I like how we're getting an automobile simulator now for Steam, like as a category. So they qualify this as a simulation adventure, automobile sim, immersive sim, first-person realistic atmospheric driving, family-friendly trains, relaxing transportation, open world. I guess a little bit, because you can actually leave the train and walk all around the stations and stuff and interact with things. I wouldn't call this open world. I'd call this open world, but it's the same, I guess. Physics, story rich. I wouldn't. There's kind of stories, but it's not rich with story. There are certain scenario missions that might have you go talk to somebody, and they'll be like, "Oh, cool, thanks, bye," and that's about as far as it goes. It's not like there's dialogue tree options like, "Hey, man, do you want to drive a train?" No. Oh, okay. Single player, multiplayer. This is not multiplayer, is it? Mature. Wait, what? No. It's not mature and it's not multiplayer. This is single player. Whoever put that in is lying. And I don't think the devs did that. I think that's the community adding stuff. But no, this is not a multiplayer game, and no, there's nothing mature here. Like, there's... You certainly could derail the train, but there's nothing gory or horrific about it. It's just like, you failed. Maybe they want multiplayer, to which it's like, yeah, alright, fair. We've all wanted that for a long time. I wonder what the most expensive single DLC is. I see $39 here for Trenton. But this could be because it's newer. I think there's some of these where you actually have to bring the train through a train wash, which is cool. I don't know if I own that one. I'm pretty sure I've done all the trains for New York, though. Let's take a look. Let's try this. Grand Central Terminal, North White Plains. I think we've done that. Hicksville route. I'm pretty sure we've done that. Northeast Corridor for New York. I'm pretty sure. Take a look at that one. Not that one. The other one. Let's get it to load everything. And in fact, I think Train Sim World came with some New York stuff, I thought. That looks cool. Train Sim World, New York. Northeast Corridor, Long Island Railroad. That may be the one I'm thinking of. We've also done this one for sure. I think this is the one that goes to Newark, I think. Or there's one that involves the Long Island Railroad where it also goes to Newark, like in the same It might be Train Sim World 3 where you can do... Like, it might have the Long Island Railroad and then something else. With this being the add-on. I'm pretty sure New York was a major part of it, then this was an add-on, which it says here. Hicksville, and then there's the one to White Plains, and then whatever else. I think there's like 3. There's a base one and then 3 add-ons, I'm pretty sure. All right, what are we at? The halfway point here? Oh, come on now. Come on, baby. I don't even know what it's downloading, honestly. It's got to be... I wonder if it's downloading all the other DLCs that are compatible for Train Sim World 4 from 3, but I don't know what that is. Which is weird because, like, if we go to the DLC for Train Sim World 4, it doesn't say that it's doing that. Yeah, actually, if we look here, all of these were added September 18th. Yeah, that could have been when they were uploaded to Steam, though. I don't know. The stream is on track. It sure is. Alright, well, we'll wait patiently for a moment. You see Red Dead 2? I own that, yeah. I own that. I also own this game, I think. What is this one called? See here. Yeah, this, whatever this game is. Well, we'll get to that later. Later. We'll get to it later. Finally. Also, for whatever reason, it says I've only played that for a little bit. And then the number that I played that is way low. But that's probably what happens when it's a beta? Something. Okay, standing by, chat. So it says 20 minutes. Come on now. We're halfway there. So for a third time, we're downloading what I thought was... so when we started this stream, this download wasn't available. Like, it wasn't a thing. And now it's downloading. I'm very curious to know what it's downloading 150 gigabytes of, if it's not the base game, you know? And it couldn't just be, what, 150 gigabyte, like, patch, right? Because if we go to the Steam store page, they do mention a patch, and they call it a mega patch, but it's like, the stuff that's listed there isn't that much. It shouldn't be that large of a file. Launch day mega patch. So that's today. Trenton timetable. PC editor beta. Maybe that's it. A little bit of that, maybe. Dresden, Southeastern. These are all fixes and added scenery and such. Boy, they're really pushing that Trenton thing. I really want to go see that. So this kind of confirms all the DLC that's here if they're adding stuff forward, like the Peninsula Corridor, Boston Providence route, Castle Wurzburg. Oh, yeah, the Southern Heritage Collection. Nice. The Horseshoe route. And there was my my favorite one right there, the Swiss one. I think we're going to spend more time downloading stuff for this than actually playing, though. So the next time... I kind of find it weird because if we showcase Train Sim 4 stuff, I don't know if I necessarily want to drive trains from Train Sim World 2 or 3 on 4 when I want to showcase stuff for 4 and going in the future, you know? Do you know what I am saying? But it's still cool that, like, you know, I want to be able to know for sure what we can play from 2 and 3 on 4. Because I don't know what'll be compatible. I would imagine everything for 3 should be on 4. But then it's like, well, why get 4? But it's because 4 will offer stuff in the future, I guess. Is Train Simulator Classic DLC compatible with the train game that you're playing? No. No, it's a completely different thing. In fact, that is, I think, one of the most expensive games on Steam. If we take a look at that. No, not Train Sim World, but just Train Simulator. If we take a look at Train Simulator Classic, which is a... By the way, this game, Train Simulator Classic, should... Because it's been out since 2009, this game should just be free. Because this could be the gateway drug, which gets people into Train Simulator. Just like how Sims 4, the base Sims 4 game is free. Train Sim 4 is free. So let's take a look. Kitty. $17,000 positive reviews. How much could this possibly be? There is 719. Let me say that again. 719 DLCs for this game from 2009. And apparently I own some? I don't remember playing this game. How the hell do I own this? I don't even know. It can't even load them all. Alright, well, let's just keep scrolling to the bottom and see if we can load all of them. Actually, wait a minute. I don't know if this music's DMCA free. Okay. Cyberpunk music, but I don't know if that's the safe stuff. Man, a lot of these DLCs are like $7, $12, $20. Oh, I can't even calculate it all. Hell, there used to be a way to tell. There used to be a way to know. Yeah, this has the Shinkansen here from 2022. The Tohoku. And a few other things as well. Now, this looks totally fine. It certainly looks like a dated game. In fact, it looks a lot like Euro Truck in many ways, and that's, again, totally fine. But damn it, when are we going to get this in Train Sim World? Shinkansen from 2022. This is a completely different game. This is for Train Simulator Classic. So keep in mind that the Tohoku High Speed is not Train Sim World. It has nothing to do with it. Other than that, they're both trains, bruh. Let's see. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. I'm very curious to see how this translates over. 151 gigabytes, but it can't be for the stuff that we have downloaded currently. It can't be, right? Because what was listed there seemed to be about maybe 25? Eight, 7, 6, 6, 18, 6, 1. Oh, that's a megabyte. And another 6. That ain't no 150. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Standing by. So yeah, again, I would have had this all installed, but it looks like they dropped it right at the start of the stream. So thank goodness we covered this, because it kind of clears up what the hell we were thinking about how certain things are going to work. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're at about 10 minutes now. We'll see. We'll see. Thanks again to Bless Canvas for the 20 months. Rod, thank you very much for the 10 months, almost to 1 year. And Bars B with the 5 gifted memberships for the Chatty Chatters ! Gift. If y'all want that. Y'all want some. Feels like Halloween candy being passed out whenever we get gifted memberships in the chat. Wow. Come on, I want more hot, steamy train action. Let's go. Gotta see that German scenario, though. Yeah, 74. Well, 1 like equals 1 second faster. I think chat wants it to go slower. We're talking about 56K speeds. You want to play this game, but you want to take out a second mortgage on your house? Well, luckily the base game itself seems to be... We're talking about the base game at least being, or at least the standard edition being like $100, which is quite a bit, but it seems like you also get quite a bit too. Everything else is just add-ons from previous games that work here, which is kind of nice. Where content that could be available for the other games doesn't necessarily require you to go back to those games to have, which is kind of cool. It'd be like if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, and anything that you own for Grand Theft Auto 5 would just come over to Grand Theft Auto 6, you know, like cars and guns and stuff like that, which would be really cool if they did that, but I don't think they'll do that. They'd rather have you... One, it would feel a little lazy for Grand Theft Auto, I think. Well, maybe for online it'd be different. I don't know. Maybe. The option would be good, though. But in this case, it's good because it's, you know, you don't want to have to buy the DLC 3 times. Which I don't think we have to. Bum, 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 bum. At least we got good music. Pretty expensive already, $100. Yeah. If you're getting that special edition for $109, that certainly is spendy. There is quite a bit that you get for that, though, in comparison to the other stuff. But I feel like it certainly... Okay, so now that we're at Train Sim World 4, anybody who's probably interested in this game has probably bought one of the previous games. And content for those previous games can at least carry over to this one. So at least you kind of get like an upgrade and some new stuff too. It just works, doesn't it, Todd? It just works. Bum, 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 bum. Just for laughs, you could do a GTA 6 stream on day one of release. For laughs? Of Grand Theft Auto 6? I play it just to play it, I suppose. Whenever it's out. Alright, just a couple minutes. Thanks for your patience, folks. As I guess they're getting things rolling for this game now. Could get a decent secondhand car for that. For 2K? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to remember how much the Train Sim Classics DLC cost. I think we were talking about somewhere around $15,000 for all those DLCs for the game from 2009. 4090 or Train Sim, can't decide. Probably a 4090 first, and then Train Sim if it goes on sale later, I suppose. You could probably play way more games with that 4090. Like, it'll open up your horizon and improve games that you already own and make games that you want to buy even better. Like City Skylines 2. Maybe if you get the new Cyberpunk DLC. Or just the base game. Or both. Seems pretty neat so far. Cyber Monday, yeah. Didn't that take place in, like, November? Oh, yeah, that's the Monday after Black Friday, yeah. Which is a weird name. Cyber Monday. Cyber is a weird word. Cyber makes me think either back to the 90s when they thought the internet was going to be cool, or when the, in the 80s when they thought everything was just going to be like neon grids. You need a new PC? Yeah, certainly upgrading a PC would be a great way to open up the door to new games, or improve the ones you already own. Like improving City Skylines, load times. Think about that too, man. How much time we used to spend waiting for old HDDs to load up. I can remember, like, you'd get home and be like, I want to play The Sims tonight. So you'd fire up the PC, and by the time, like, dinner was over, like, if you fired it up, went and had dinner, and came back, after about 20 minutes, the PC's just at the Windows desktop screen. And you can fire that Sims up and get about an hour of game time before it's ready to shut it down. It took so long to get old computers up to, like, cruising altitude. It was crazy. Now it's like, this stream, I could crash, the stream could crash, I'd be back in like 3 minutes, and people like, dude, where were you for 18 minutes? Like, that's how it would feel. Because load times are so fast now. Bum, 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 bum. All right, cool. Well, now we're down to like 3 minutes, so finally. It wouldn't have taken this long if it weren't 150 gigs. I don't even think Cyberpunk is not... I don't even think it's that much. Maybe 100? So we'll see what we get for 156 gigabytes. You know, there's a... Let's see. Hold on. You know what I want to go on, chat? I want to go on this. I want to go on this thing. I want to go on this train. This is like the Titanic of trains. The Shikishima. Bro, it's like a hotel on rails, dude.
続いてご紹介するのは冬の1泊2日コース。東国の冬日の光を受けて聖なる社の森から太平洋を巡る旅として。
Okay, they're showing off more where you go, but I want to be on the frickin' train, dude. It's a cruise ship hotel train.
お食事をお楽しみいただくダイニング四季島。特徴
Bro, look at that. Oh my god.
的なシャンデリアの下で料理人たちの滋味をお楽しみいただけます。先頭車両と最後尾車両にあるビューテラス兆し息吹。ダイナミックな窓から流れる車窓をお楽しみいただけます。
Bro, is that grass? That is a hideous carpet. What the hell? I want half off my ticket right now.
見晴らしのいい2階と落ち着いた雰囲気の1階のメゾネットで構成される四季島スイート。世界でも例を見ないヒノキ風呂もお楽しみいただけます。開放感のある窓と段差を抑えつつ車両の高さを。
They talk more about the damn trip than they do the train. I'm disappointed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh.
人生の今までにない体験と発見を。
Bro, you get to go on a train hotel and then eat food. All right, yeah, I don't know. That video was decent, but I want more emphasis on the train. I would never leave it. Would never betray it for the outside. Disgusting. Yeah, that's Snowpiercer, chat. That's how the Snowpiercer movie begins. All right, 27 seconds. Let's go see what we get. I'm totally going to get clapped for that music. I don't know, that would be a pretty damn cool Train Sim World DLC. Is that $10,000 for that trip? Okay, so here's what I have to do, chat. If I was going to pay $10,000 for that trip, I would have to angle it as like, you know, I paid $10,000 for this trip and this happened. And then try to get like 50 million views on it so that way I could at least break even for the trip. And that's pretty much what those people will do. They'll go on the, you know, what is it? Arab Emirates flights or whatever that airline is called, where like they bathe in champagne. Like you get your own cryopod filled with champagne. Tickets are $70 trillion per person. And then they blow up the plane after each flight. You know that like once it lands, the plane has to be destroyed, and then they have to build a new one. Like it's been soiled, it can't be cleaned, it has to be demolished, and then they build a new one. Yeah, imagine how many flight miles you'd have to use on that one. You'd have to buy at least 5 houses. The Orient Express, that'd be cool, yeah. Okay, let's see what we got now. So now we just had 150 gigabyte update. Let's see what we can do. Oh, okay, so it downloaded a ton of stuff. Cool. This is what I was concerned about missing before. But this downloaded, and that's weird because it downloaded stuff that I didn't see listed in the DLC. Rapid Transit, Peak Forest Railway. What the hell is that? Some of these I don't even remember. Anyway, where's my damn Swiss line? Oh, is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're going to Switzerland. I'm gonna ride this damn train. Timber log delivery. Oh, let's do that one. Going to Switzerland, brother, yeah. Does Switzerland have a theme song? Hold on, let me type in Swiss national anthem. Wait, that ain't it. Okay. Wow, it seems like it reset my... What the hell is that train so loud? It's electric. Sounds like it's breathing. Has asthma. Well, I love this train route, but there is the... Oh, we're going down into town. Oh, we're not going to go down here. Damn it, this one... Oh. I don't know. We might have to do the other one. Oh, my God. Look at that. This one's just hauling logs in the north, but we got to do this one. No. No. We got to do the one where we're in the town. Where it's like a little tram. No. More Cowboy Bebop? That was not Cowboy Bebop, Chad. That is the Swiss national anthem. It's called Tank. Northbound. Ooh, that's a long one. I think we want to start at... Wait a minute. That one starts at Chur. That one starts at Chur as well. No, that's too north. Let's try this one. Okay, more Swiss music. That's the yodelers. Northbound and down, loaded up, brother, yeah. Oh, look at this narrow gauge, baby. Let's go. Well, everybody in Switzerland is in a rush. Ah, but we never even saw the German one. All right, tell you what. We'll drive on this one for like 30 minutes. I won't finish this mission. We'll come back to it, but then I want to see the German ones that they have available too. Wait, how the hell am I supposed to get through there? BNSF stuff, yeah. There's probably that horseshoe and whatnot in there. Oh, that's weird. Is there not a way to connect back to the car? Weird. Be able to walk through. I guess IRL you could slip past there, but I guess not. Whatever. Alright, let's go. Master key to on. The Swiss have a steering wheel on their trains? Idiots. Now this is interesting. Notice in the upper left corner, they're running the Train Sim World 3 version of the HUD. It's not the orange bar that fills up in Train Sim World 4. This is a Train Sim World 3 scenario. So it is mostly Train Sim World 3 in Train Sim World 4. So this is an old scenario. You may have seen this before, so this is not anything new, but it is interesting to see how it works on the new game. Alright, vacuum brake to release. That's a pretty powerful train. All right. Yeah, I have to remember how to drive this one. High speed rail, brother. And we're just gonna ride the brake the whole way down. Oh, chat, I'm gonna have to go to Switzerland and ride the damn train. Come on, ride the train. The last time that we played this in Train Sim World 3, I think I played this in Train Sim World 2. I think I played this 2 and 3, and now again in 4, so I'm just gonna have to go. Film it for us if you go. Well, I'm gonna have to get like I don't know, the Swiss Railway Authority to like invite me over. Wow. This train's so narrow that they literally fold in the side view mirrors. No way. I can actually push that out to be able to see. That's crazy. Although these windshield wipers suck. They don't do anything. That could be ice. God, 6% grade, that's insane. May as well be a cliff. Alright, when we stop at this station, I'll switch to the German trains, although this is where I'd rather be. I'll just do this one in real life. Rail Cowgirl is a swim train conductor on YouTube. Has some really good film trips there. Really? Also, if I make a city in City Skylines 2, I want it to definitely be like Switzerland, but mostly secretly just to build this train line. Or something similar to it. Not particularly this. Stop. Damn, Switzerland, why are you pretty? That's your train horn? Switzerland, we gotta talk. It's actually probably a good idea. It could cause an avalanche. Stranger things have happened. Like the ones in Japan that don't talk in the video. I have a few train videos from Japan where I don't really say too much. But it is pretty fascinating to see all the vending machines and whatnot. That is so cool. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. They want you to stop right at that level crossing. All right, cool. So we can confirm that Train Sim World 3 scenarios are there and that they work. Wonderful. You thought I'd be late with the train in Switzerland? Unacceptable. Nah, we weren't. It was a mission we were destined to fail because I wanted to go on to the actual other German stuff. All right, so that is one from like Train Sim World 2 and 3. It's that map is probably one of my favorites, and we've only driven on it once, and it blew my mind when we played it. Okay, now let's play on the Train Sim World 4 stuff, which is this one. Oh my god. Special delivery. After maintenance, these Vectrons are ready to be spread throughout the line. Okay, we gotta do a quick one. Let's do this one. Take control of an RE50 service, navigate congested traffic caused by an incident near Peichen, returning the service to Dresden. Or what's this one? Now we'll do the R50. But people might want to see that Vectron. We'll do the Vectron. Yay. So our first look at the new German DLC, the new German stuff in Train Sim World 4. I don't think this has been in here before. Cotton candy vending machines in Japan? Probably, yeah. Really would not be surprised. Train Sim World, are you loading, bro? So now I wonder, for Train Sim World, for everybody that's going to be installing Train Sim World 4 right now, it doesn't look like there's a way to prevent the game from downloading all the other previous stuff. Like, if you don't really care about the other DLCs because you played them, I don't know if there's an option at the moment to not do that. Storm has led the line with issues on the railway, services being canceled or diverted. Okay, yeah. Take this freight service to the sidings while navigating congested railway. Grossenhain? Grossenhain? Alright, let's go. Master key to on, forwarder to forward. Mouse. Brake active to running. Check. Good. Apply power to get moving. All right, let's go. This train is heavy as hell. Very heavy. Yep, wheel slippage too. For that price, does the game come with an actual train? Well, that's the price of pretty much all the previous DLCs that are accessible in this game as well. So, ideally, Train Sim 4 content is about $100. But Train Sim 4 DLC or content and everything from all the previous games is about $2,000. Or in Germany, what could possibly be in those oh, that's beer. It's got to be beer. And away we go. All right, let's flip on the wipers. Wait. Oh. Cool. Do you think rail companies use these games as training tools? There are probably some simulators that act this way, but in a different capacity. So I'd say yes, but mostly no. This is certainly something that could definitely work to recruit people. It could be a marketing tool to get people interested in going to, you know, study and become something to do with the railroad. Engineer, driver, you know, work on the rails, other things. Is it really a $2,000 game? Technically, yes. But that is, if you go to Steam, and if you look at all the DLCs that are compatible with Train Sim World 4, it does total over $2,000. Now, again, this game, Train Sim World 4, and all of the new content is about $100. But this game also lets you operate all the previous stuff too. We're about to fail this scenario, but that's okay. We can load the save. Since I was completely distracted by the lights. So yeah, technically this is one. Okay. Now we'll do speedrun mode, now that I'm a little more familiar with the train. Alright, that's much better. Okay, so now let's just try to keep on keeping on. We'll try to complete as much of this scenario as we can. We did have to wait a little while for all the loading of all the previous DLCs, but at least that confirms today that so all the stuff that we downloaded, a massive majority of it was just the previous content that was available from Train Sim World like 1, 2, and 3. And most of the new stuff is all just the 4 that are available in the basic edition. And then the special edition has some of the old stuff, but it's not necessary if you have all that stuff already. Yeah, we played Sherlock Holmes game before on the channel. Yep. Yeah, we live streamed it. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Those Sherlock Holmes games are kind of cool. You'd think that they would just be kind of like boring, like walking simulators, but they actually require you to think quite a bit and then put things together. Fun stuff. Alright, so the light up ahead is red, so we just need to hold back. There's a lot of Sherlock games. Yeah, we were talking about the more recent one. I forget the name of it, but it's a remake of the... there was a game from like 2006, and they kind of remade it. And it was really well done. It was all Lovecraftian, had to do with Cthulhu and stuff. It was very cool. Yeah, it was 150 gigabytes for the thing, the full thing. Which is weird, though, because I did not get an option to not download that content. Steam was downloading stuff, but I couldn't see exactly what it was downloading, which is kind of weird. But if I knew that, then I would have opted out of downloading stuff I didn't want. So I probably would have downloaded the Swiss Rail, but that does at least help to confirm for everyone that if you own all the previous stuff, you don't have to worry about the... You can uninstall Train Sim World 3, fire up 4, get some of your favorite stuff from 1, 2, and 3 if it's compatible, and then just go right over to doing new stuff in Train Sim World 4. But yeah, the base game is about 40 gigs or less. 150 was just all the DLCs, which again is the previous games. Yeah, they're really not going to want us to go fast, are they? I'm not even going to go over 25. I don't think there's even any hope stopping this train. No, this game does not have Japanese or Chinese trains. Train Sim Classic might have that. Oh yeah, if we want to see the rail, let's take a look here. Oh, this is a pretty short route, but we're moving slow. Holy hell, that's a lot of stations there. Wow. Do I like to drive Amtrak? Yeah, that's one of the ones I haven't driven a lot of for the United States. There's a few trains in the east that I want to drive a little bit more. The Boston, Providence DLC, and pretty much all the American ones I want. But I find New York and everything East Coast to be a little bit more interesting than what is in California. Although the Californian lines have a little bit more on freight, or at least Western U.S. But I like all the passenger stuff in the East Coast, and then all the American freight stuff's really cool. There's even the Canadian stuff, too, where some of them you actually get to... I think there are a few of them where you get to load up ethanol. I think you actually get to... From what I can recall, you take the tankers and you actually fill it with ethanol yourself. So you get to manage that. It looks like things are opening up. Let's speed up a little bit. T'other way. There we go. What's the longest U.S. route in Train Sim 4? Well, the only U.S. route is the Antelope Valley. But if I had to guess, it would either be the Horseshoe one or the... I don't know the names of them, but there's also one where you're transporting nuclear material, but that's Train Sim World 3. Well, let's give it full power now. It seems to be opening up for us. Oh, for Train Sim World 4, I'd like to see more locations that are one-off. Like the Switzerland one was really cool. The, you know, this was for the previous versions, like the Italian route. But it'd be cool to just be like, hey, here's Portugal. Here's a crazy Portuguese train line. Enjoy. Here's a random one from Sweden. Just something weird. Just like, whoa, didn't expect that. You know, like, oh, here's a cool Italian line that's really awkward and historic. Narrow gauge, old school stuff's cool, or something modern that was just built or being built, or is under construction, but the devs went ahead and just built it anyway. Can I put a map mode on this? I don't know. I think it ordered me a pizza just now. It'll be waiting for us at the station. Okay, we gotta slow down to 60 kilometers. Thanks, Ebec, for watching. Well, we're supposed to stop up here, but no hope of that. Wow, I thought I was gonna cut over the line. I don't know if storms actually cause any outages or anything in the game. I don't know if there's events caused by weather aside from like the conditions themselves, not like a power outage or something. All right, so now we just got to stand by. And there it is. Hell. There we go. Oh, we need to use the sand. There's a hotkey for it, though. Ooh, did you see that? A little bit of sparkage coming off the pentagram. Summoning Satan himself to power this train. Hell yeah. And on our way we go. Cool map. We gotta play a little bit more of Germany, so we'll come back to this German scenario here soon too. So the Railpool, Vectron, and the Dresden map, a little bit of a taste of the first look, and of course a little first look on all the new stuff too. Unfortunately, we had to spend a bit of time to figure out exactly what the hell was going on with those DLCs because of how it's done through Steam. Obviously, if we go back to the, we're going to go ahead and save here. I wanted to just show you, though, for those of you curious, again, we took about, I don't know, like 25, 30 minutes to download all the stuff, which I wanted to confirm whether or not it was for Train Sim World 4 or 3, but it looks like it automatically downloaded stuff even if it wasn't in my list. Like, there's stuff here that I can control whether or not it downloads, but it was trying to download all the Train Sim World 3 stuff, which is a little weird. So, so if we go to 3, and if we try to control that, interesting. I've no idea how to control all the content for Train Sim World 4, which kind of stopped us from playing for a little while because it downloaded everything that Train Sim World 4 was compatible with. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go on to our next stream, but Train Sim World 4 now out on Steam. Good stuff. Steam trains, electric trains, historical trains, good locations, and all the stuff from Train Sim World 3 and 2 seem to work there as well. Although there needs to be a way to control that. So anyway, smash that like button, and I'll see you all in our next stream starting right now. Thank you very much for all your support. We'll be back for more Train Sim World, I'm sure, in the future, as I certainly do love this one. All right, I'll see you guys right now in our next stream. We're literally just going on to the next one, so hit that like button. Let's go!